Welcome to one of the best hotels on earth. We are here in Madagascar, and this is the brand new Voaara hotel chain. This is their first build here in Madagascar. Next one in the Grenadines is being built now, and this is a passion project of a hotelier that has spent his entire life traveling the globe. He's done 150 countries, 2,000 five-star hotels, and finally he got to build his own one, this one. And let me show you around because this is breathtaking. We are in their top suite. This goes for around $4,000 a night. And here we have 3 bedrooms in this place, overlooking the ocean here. This is an incredible place. We are on a remote island off of Madagascar. Although Emirates fly directly into Madagascar and Ethiopian Airlines, you could then take a little hopper flight over to this island. We are really, it feels as remote as it can possibly be, but that's so special. I think everyone nowadays wants to travel to more remote places, feel something authentic, and I can tell you this hotel is authentic. It's what they call barefoot luxury, and this is the things they do. I mean, it's everything from the design down to the service, down to everything that feels barefoot luxury. That's what we desire nowadays, all these marble hotels. If you want that, you're not going to like this hotel. If you want to wear high heels to dinner, then you're not going to like it. This is not what that's for. This is for getting back to nature, but in the most premium way possible. We are somewhere utterly remote, but this level of service that I'm going to show you here is just completely breathtaking. Something that is so hard to explain. The level of attention to detail is key. And so we're here in our room, like every little detail of design that they've done here is just magical. So let me take you through it. So first you've got this swimming pool here. I was lucky enough to come here when they were, before this was ever even built, was when this was an idea. And this was originally the main house of what was a rundown old hotel at the time. This has now been completely redeveloped into this space here. Like here into the lounge area, these giant barn doors that the maids in the morning come and open up for you, these open sliding doors here, and then through to what is this beautiful dining table area. The local artist that has done all of these pictures on the walls across the villas, and our own kitchen and bar space here. They're definitely about entertaining, social here. It's so unique because everyone that attends here is like-minded ultimately. So they only have 7 villas at the moment. They're building up to, or is it 9? And then they're building up to 19 villas on their next phase, which they've already started and in construction. So this is just such a beautiful hotel. I'm going to show you here. This is the master bedroom here. And I mean, look at these sinks. These are something else. Like, it's unbelievable. Like these are built out of fossilized wood. Incredible designs. And then there's just open plan wardrobe area here, your little Voaara bags, everything's stitched. It's that attention to detail that matters, you know. And then taking you outside, again, I love bathrooms and the way they're designed. So this one here is something lovely. Look at this, like in the trees is your bathtub. Like, and the way that they do every little light here. Look at these light fittings. In the evenings we sit out here, like in the bath. It's just so special. You got your outdoor shower here, and then taking you through to, again, look at these. Madagascar is famous for these trees. Again, there's a great photographer here, but you just see that artwork. You see the real nature in things, and again, everything feels really authentic here, and that's such a key thing for them in the design and the way that everything is portrayed amongst what they've built. It really is completely magical. I'll take you through 2 other bedrooms that we have in this villa. And this is one of the few things that stayed from the original villa that was built. Again, look, these are really special. These beds, these are all linen sheets, beautiful custom designed beds that they had done here. And again, showing you outside here, the bathtub outside, again, and the shower outside. But it's those little attention to detail. You've even got here in the walls your USB-C and USB plugs. So it's not, although it's raw and authentic. It really has everything you'd ever need, you know? And it's just those little details of everything that's been designed, from the horns, from the local cows, like as the pots, completely just the most special thing here that you can imagine. And what I'll do, there's a third bedroom there, but just to give you an idea of what we're going through here. So I'll take you around some of these places you can see here. This is called Villa 1, obviously the biggest main villa. And then there's 100 staff on site there. They're looking after all of the guests that you have here over these few days, and just beautiful little sights that you'll see as we go along. Now going through the footpath down into what was a swamp before, and the swamp has now had a complete transformation. It's also a walkway over to the spa, and let me just turn around and show you what I'm looking at here. But look at this little walkway, like the attention to detail, how these have been designed. And I mean, again, they tell me like they've made these look old, right? They're getting new boards. They had to, like, this is all a brand new hotel, right? So just keeping in mind what they've built, how this fits into nature. And you'll start to see as it appears behind me, this little pathway. But we're walking through something that just feels completely magical in every step of the way of this journey. And they're storytellers, you know, and that's what a great hotel is. It tells great stories. And I think that coming here, you can see like just these little signs, bungalow 5 and 6. So yeah, arriving here, you arrive at the main international airport for Madagascar. And then you get on a short hopper plane. Now again, they charge you a set price whether you get on a scheduled flight with several other people on it, or your own private plane that flies in. It's a tiny little hopper plane. And so we got on our own private plane here and fitted all our suitcases in it and then flew in. What an experience to go through that. It's really special. So we've managed to hop along, do that, and then land at the airport, and then you get picked up by their team and brought down what's about an hour and a half from the airport. You go through all the local villages, which are really incredible. It's something quite special to go through those and see what's around. I mean, up here we've got an outdoor cinema, which is super cool, and here what they call the bird's nest up here, and you'll see why when I take you through that. But up here you're going through these meandering little paths, and in fact they're building over here. They're currently constructing some more villas on this, and again each evening they do these beautiful little setups. So here they actually have 2 different bars, 3 different restaurants, and just dining experiences and locations. So even though you've only got such a small number of guests each night, there's an opportunity for a different dining experience, a different experience to drink at sunset, and the activities are incredible. So yesterday we were out quad biking, and I mean, they were like, do you want to go on the advanced one? And of course I said yes. The advanced quad biking is like nothing I have ever done anywhere on earth. We went down these open beaches for 10 kilometers, didn't see another single human, driving along the beaches on the quad bikes, and then found what they kind of dub as like Pablo Escobar's like abandoned hotel. It feels like that, at least. And look, let me show you what I'm looking at. This is the cinema setup they've got here. So they'll come and do like a popcorn cinema night on the big screen here in the evenings. It's just every little detail's thought out. So yeah, so going back to the quad bikes, we then went and looked around this abandoned old hotel. We're then driving through these rivers, through the old plantations, and then driving through the villages and just seeing the little villages. And they even stopped at what they're now built. So they've just bought an old school that was left abandoned here, and they're now turning that into Voaara's charity. Which is going to be incredible. Again, it's something that they've really focused on, is the local people here. So Voaara's charity is going to be where they teach and educate people on how to farm properly. Again, it's a skill that not everyone has here, and I think that some of the challenges in the local areas, that the trees they're cutting down, and they're not knowledgeable on things how they're affecting the environment themselves. So what they've done here is they're now going to give them the seeds, going to give them the land, and get them to farm that land and then pay them for what they farm and the food they produce that they can then use in the hotel here. So that really does show how much they're supporting the local environment, all the impacts they're making, and that's really fundamental. So here it's all these little details again, like you're washing your feet everywhere, but look at this, like all these little details are just so incredible. Now I'm going to take you up what is a steep old little staircase up here, and I'll take you into the spa. This is a beautiful area they've got here overlooking the sea. You're halfway up what they call there's the nest, and now as I'm getting into the nest, this is where we came for a private cocktail for two last night. And again, let me show you what I'm looking at. Unbelievable. Look at the ocean here. This is also incredible for stargazing. Like the skies are, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You see the Milky Way like it's almost like it's a cloud of stars. So something absolutely extraordinary here. And again, here they're coming with Aperol spritzes. They have a chef, unbelievable. Their executive chef from London has designed so much of their menu here, which is totally incredible. And I love just all this nature. Again, everything's like from driftwood, so everything's been thought through, you know. Like again, the owner tells me about how he works with the locals and tells them all in the village, and again, if they're employing nearly 100 staff already on this property, which is quite incredible, so the whole local village, many of which are employed right here on site. So he'll go to them and say, if you see any driftwood on the beach, bring it down to us and we'll use it in our construction work, and paying them to bring it down, and often they can take a couple of days to come and swim it down the beach. And that's the thing, we're really going back to authentic rural life here. This isn't, this is, certainly not your everyday holiday. This is definitely an adventure, and that's that magic of this barefoot luxuriness that we're talking about and experiencing here. What I'll do now is I'll take you down to the beach and you get to see what this is all about right on the water here. This beachfront is just remote and really something that's quite magical. Again, there's so many water sports and activities. I was out, don't even know the name of it, e-foiling, e-surfing on a wave with a foil thing that they were teaching me yesterday, but they've got beautiful coral reefs, and they've got their house reefs here which you can go on, which are incredible. And here we are with the sunbeds on the beach, and just again, look at how authentic these are. They're just making them out of the driftwood on the beach, and that's what makes it so magical. But look at that. So this property is expanding all the way down here. When I say expanding, you won't even see these villas. They're all hidden away and really natural in this. So most of the construction work is a far way on already, but you can't see that. So they've got their own boat here, and in fact they have their own marina in fact too. So it's pretty special. These villas all got up there. You might see this one. This one's got some green leaves on some of these sunshades. The reason for that is they've just picked them straight off the trees. This is real, you know. This is authentic, and it genuinely doesn't get much more authentic than this. So I spend my time, I'm here for the next week, which is incredible. And so I've been able to spend my time literally going, checking out everything we can do, all the activities possible here. And they really are amazing. To get out, see the water, the fish here. A lot of people travel here to come and see the whale sharks as well. So we've told that there's a few sightings early in the season. So shark season starts in July. We're here in June. So they've already seen a few sightings. In fact, one just over here yesterday. So we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. And then we also have the fishing activities and things like that here. Yeah, this is our villa that we were at originally earlier that I showed you, and you can see all our sunbeds lined up on the beach, even a table for lunch or dinner there if you want to have that. What you don't quite see there is the lanterns hidden in the trees again, which is really special. And again, last night they did a private dinner for 2 of us. So after we finished at the nest, as they call it, at the top, they then dug into the sand, a table for the 2 of us. And I mean, the food here is world class for what it is. A place in the middle of nowhere, and they've really educated the local people. So as much as they have an executive chef from London with what they've branded La Plage, which is again a restaurant that they now intend to take around the globe, which is super impressive. One just outside Monaco that will be opening this year as well. So they really are on it in terms of these experiences. What they're creating is super special. So now I'm going to take you to what is the main hub of things, the main restaurant. And this is a beautiful spot here. And again, they've got lots of activities, games. So we've got beach volleyball here. They tell me they're bringing in beach tennis, which they use that same net for. They've got the paddle boards there as well, which is super cool. And some of the architecture, I mean, this roof is just something else. Look at the scale of that as that goes up there. Really something special. So let me take you up onto the deck up here. And again, it's as authentic as it gets, right? And so what you can see here is just how beautifully they've designed much of the interior. Some of the styles here is really something special. So, and look at the height of this thing. Beautiful. Like again, all the natural crystals in these, which we love playing with the solitaire. And now, yeah, looking at the outside here, all the little pathways that you walk along. Now, this is the shop they have here, which is a pretty cool little setup. So they go and search out all the cool little spots in Madagascar to go and get all the little things that you might want, and then put them on there. And then what I'll do is I'll take you out. So this is kind of the entranceway as we came in to the hotel. They brought the quad bikes here yesterday that we went out on, and they were really something special. Like brand new quad bikes they've got, but the experience is, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how to describe it. A little bit more on the edge than your standard little tour, for sure. And they are building so much here. We've gone and seen in the far distance, they have got tennis court, pickleball court, and paddle courts that they're building. There's some of the authentic old Land Rovers up there, the quad bikes just here. And now this is the water sports centre they have here, with all of the gear. You can go out wing foiling, and I mean, so many activities. So that's really special. And then down to even their boat. So you can actually find other ways to get picked up from the airport. So you can take this boat from the airport as well, rather than taking the roads, which actually recently, again, like I said, I've been here before, but they repaved all of the road up here, and then the last little bit, certainly a wild ride on the bumps, but really special. Again, it all just adds to that authenticity of the experience. And I'd highly recommend going out and viewing what's really around here. I mean, the experience of that is special because you meet the locals, you hear stories. All of these things are super cool. Let me take you to one of the other restaurants here, the Grill, as it's known. And again, they're cooking here on coconut husks here at lunchtime for us, making the zebu steak, which is their local cow. And yeah, I mean, this is just something really special here. Here is their grill that they've been cooking on. Here, it's just the vegetables laid out, you know, it feels really real. And then here's our table set up for lunch. I mean, again, I'll just show you here, like beautifully laid out here. And again, lights in the trees. It's these attention to detail that really make the difference. And of course, Le Grill. Now let me take you down to Franco's, which is their beachside bar. And again, it's really beautiful here. Like, one of the first employees that came here that was serving people was called Franco, and he's subsequently stayed on as now has a bar named after him. You know, that feels like they really care about the team here and what they do. So really enjoyed hearing their stories and how they've been educated as much of the local people here have been employed at the hotel, as I said. So it's really been really nice to see that, and yeah, just it's so special ultimately. So like here you've got this setup here with Franco's bar and the grill all on there, which is where we come for sunsets, which is again so special. Now I'm going to take you over to their rock pool. Now they're building a jungle gym, they're building their own lap pools, and wow, as the wave just crashed over here, this is their current fun little pool. Again, I remember coming here when they were just building the hotel. We sat here one evening on the rocks and had a glass of wine, and yeah, now now this is their little swimming pool in the interim, and even a little spot here to put the champagne and some ice, which they do so well. Again, it's those little attention to detail. So you come and ask for a drink on the rocks, and that's what they'll set up for you for sunset. So really quite a special place. There's, I mean, again, give you a bit of an insight into Philippe and V, the owners of the hotel. So Philippe founded Kiwi Collection and many hotel and travel companies in the past, but this is his first hotel as a hotelier, where he's actually owned the property. And now with his partners, he's now investing and building these around the world. So the growth of Voaara as a brand is planned to go and build what's been missing, I think, this barefoot luxury concept. People were desiring to get more back to nature, more back to real world, and less of these golden marble bathrooms that we see so much of in the five-star hotels. And as big private equity firms come in, I think that's really affected things like Aman Six Senses, certainly, which is now part of IHG Group, has really, I feel, lost what was special about it before. So these types of things are what I think is needed in the hotel industry. We're desperate to get back to such a magical way of life that we kind of miss. Here you've got Starlink, you've got all the things you need, so why not be on a remote island? And I mean, these waves crashing in here are so special. So I think it's just something that everyone should go and try out. It's reasonably priced. I mean, we're looking at about €1,500 a night. Now compare that to some of the wild pricing of some hotels. There's a hotel here in Madagascar, it's €7,000 a night. You're looking at, when you're staying in the Maldives, it's all far higher price than that for the same level of quality. If you're staying in Paris at the George Sang, all these prices now for hotels are going up and up, but sometimes the quality is not there in terms of service. But here it's so thought through and really special. So I'd highly recommend it if you're looking for an adventure, a retreat in the ultimate luxury without those gold taps, then this is the place for you. Voaara, Madagascar. Put it on your list. It's already on all of the hot lists for all of the hotel reviews around the world. Just go check it out. This is going to become one of the best hotels on earth, and you don't want to miss this. Follow, like, subscribe, do all the things that everyone likes on YouTube, and see you soon.